Hey guys, welcome back to Baby Back Maniac. Today we are doing an overnight pork butt in the Slow N Sear Kamado. I'm so excited about this. Thank you for being here. I really appreciate it. Thanks to SNS Grills for sponsoring this video. And you know what? Thanks to the pig, because after all, if it wasn't for him, I mean, he's the one that donated his butt. All right guys, we got the cooker up to temp. We got the pork butt. It's seasoned with that Killer Hogs rub. I'll put links to that and the Kamado in the description box below. If you want to go check it out, that'll help me out. I appreciate it. But for now, let me show you how this is set up. It smells so good out here already. Real quick before it gets dark, we have the Kamado set up in Slow N Sear mode. Now this will also work like a regular Kamado with a ceramic heat deflector if you want to go that route. But the good thing about Slow N Sear mode is you can add wood chunks throughout the cook if you want to. You have access to your fuel, which is really convenient. I'm using Kingsford Professional Briquette and Fogo. I've got a couple of half-empty bags. So another cool thing about this cooker is that it will burn both types of fuel, which is really, really nice. So I'm gonna put the lid down because obviously this is getting hot, and I'm gonna go grab my pork and I will be right back. All right guys, we got some really nice smoke rolling here. It smells so good. I'm using cherry wood and hickory for those that are wondering. And then I'm gonna monitor this on my Smoke X4, a new thermometer that came out this year from ThermalWorks. By the way, I like it so far. I'll put a link to that below if you wanna check it out. I'm gonna put the lid down and let this fire get back under control. My wood chunks have ignited, but I'm gonna put this down and that won't be an issue. The temps will come back down in just a few minutes. All right guys, it's been three hours and 15 minutes since that last clip. I actually shot something right after that, but it got dark on me, and I thought, you know what, I'm gonna go ahead and eat dinner and reshoot that clip with proper lighting. This place becomes a beacon in the night whenever I turn on all the lights. It's crazy, but it makes a big difference. And if you've ever wondered the difference it makes, this is what the original clip looked like, and then this is what it looks like with proper lighting. It makes a huge difference. So anyways, now that it's been 3.5 hours, I thought we'd take a peek at this, and I'm very curious because every time I've cooked with this cooker before with the Slow N Sear, I get this great smoke profile. Like, you can really taste the difference. You can taste the smoke. You can actually see it in the bark as it forms. It's got a darker color. Even when I just use salt and pepper, it's crazy. Like the smoke ring that I can get on ribs, let's see, I've done ribs and I've done tri-tip. So I was really excited about doing a long cook with a big meat like pork, but I actually wanted to do brisket, but because of the situation going on in the world right now, this is what I could get a hold of. So this is very exciting for me. But 3 hours in, I thought we'd take a peek. Let's go take a look at this. See, that's what I'm talking about. This is only 3 hours and 15 minutes of smoke. And look how dark this has gotten. This looks like it's been smoking for 5-6 hours already. Internally, it's up to 125. The cooker's been running right around, I'm trying to shoot for 250. It's been anywhere from 240 to 270. I mean, it's you know, 15 degrees plus or minus. No big deal. But yeah, for 3.5 hours, I hope this is coming through on camera. It's got such a nice dark mahogany color. That's really cool. All right, I'm gonna shut this down and we'll give this a few more hours. All right guys, it is 3 in the morning. We're almost 7 hours into the cook. About an hour and a half ago, which would be 5.5 hours into the cook, I went ahead and added some coals. I noticed I had about 1/3 of a Slow N Sear full of coals, so I just decided to go ahead and add some more. Let's take a peek at this cooker, at this pork butt. Oh my gosh. Oh, I wish you guys could smell that. That color is just beautiful. I can't explain how amazing that looks and smells. Oh my gosh. I mean, this is definitely ready to wrap. If I was wrapping, I would definitely wrap it at this point. Ah, it's beautiful. So the way this works, according to David, is when you have the Slow N Sear in place, I'm going to put the lid down. and you open up this vent to about the 1.5, 2, there is bypass heat. So basically, as the heat rises, it goes over the top of the cooker, and then a percentage of it actually leaks out through the top vent. And what that does for you is it allows you to have a more inefficient fire, which sounds like a bad thing, but it's not. It's a good thing, which creates, having that inefficient fire creates the opportunity for the Slow N Sear to burn hotter, and that's why you get that extra color, that extra smoke ring, that extra smoke flavor. So it's all in the design. But I gotta tell you, it smells so good. And the cooker's been running great. It's, you know, it runs, it's not quite as, like, it's not as efficient like this, like we talked about. And it's also not as temperature stable. Like, it does fluctuate up and down, like I said, 15, 20 degrees. But if if you're in a situation where you need it to actually be rock solid temps, you can just switch it over and cook in regular Kamado mode, and it operates like every other Kamado. It's really, really versatile. You're not trading one for the other. You get both. That's what's cool about this. So I'm gonna take one more peek. It's so pretty. Hopefully by the time I wake up, the pork butt will be about ready. All right, folks, there it is. Can we just have a moment of silence for how pretty this looks? Amen. Thank you. Almost sounded like Scooby-Doo there. Y'all, okay, so it took probably 10.5 hours total, which in my experience is kind of quick for a 9.5 pound pork butt. Everything smells amazing. Everything went really well with the cook. I'm sorry, I'm just talking. I gotta go ahead and try this. I'm gonna be honest, folks, this is pretty close to perfect pork butt. It's got the perfect bark, a perfect flavor, the perfect amount of smoke. It doesn't need sauce. My wife came in and stole a bite. She loved it. This is really, really good. So I got to tell you guys, I'm digging this Kamado. I really am, and I didn't think I would. I mean, David Parrish, the owner of SNS Grills, is a friend of mine, and he offered me a Kamado early on, and I just didn't think I needed another Kamado. And honestly, what it was is I don't think pictures do this cooker justice. I really don't. In a picture you can't see how big it is. It's bigger. It's not as big as the Kamado Joes or the Big Joe or the extra large Big Green Egg, but it's the same size as a large Weber Smoky Mountain, which is really big. Nobody ever says that's too small, you know, at least for personal use. And so it's big. It's made out of 304 stainless and really high end, basically some of the best materials you can get. And that just doesn't come through on pictures. But what really got me is every time I saw somebody cook with it using the Slow N Sear, they got results like this. And I just didn't believe it. I thought maybe people were playing around with their rubs, and I saw it over and over again from different people, different YouTubers and friends that have this cooker, and I thought, all right, now I'm curious. So when David offered me this one, I was like, he offered again, and I was like, okay, I'll take it. I'm gonna try it out. If I don't like it, I'm not gonna make videos on it. He was like, cool, that's fine, that's fine. Just tell the truth. And I'm telling you, this is great. I am stoked about this. I'm really having a lot of fun with this cooker. So one more thing, I ended up last night, I remembered right before I went to bed that Dave said if you close down the top vent from 1 to 2 or from 2 to 1, you go out of that smoke mode and it starts behaving like a regular Kamado with a Slow N Sear in it. So you get actually more control, and it's more efficient and all that stuff. And sure enough, I locked it in at 1 on the top and bottom vent. Then it settled in about 248 degrees and then didn't move more than 3 degrees either direction. It's kind of crazy. All right, one more thing. Last night I mentioned that the Slow N Sear, when it's in smoke mode, which is like this, it becomes very efficient, or it becomes very inefficient. Well, all you have to do if you want to have a more consistent cook is slide this over like this, and all of a sudden it becomes extremely efficient. Been going for 9 hours. I'll put links below if you want to check out more. If you're new here, please subscribe. I'd love to have you. Let me know in the comments if there's anything you guys would like me to cook, or you know, just let me know how you're doing. I love you guys. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one.